Good afternoon, everybody. Vanessa Kim here from Help 1 Billion. I've got some extraordinary things to share with you today, and I hope that I can do it justice because it means so much to me that I could express this to you. It's life-changing. It's changed my life. I'm the Help 1 Billion founder, and I run a news channel online, and I'm up to my elbows in bad news all day long. And when I found the work of Jeremy Griffith, who's a biologist who claims that he can explain the human condition through biology and explain everything, politics, our relationships, the decisions that we make, the businesses that we run, or the people that we look after and nurture. He explains it all, and it's all done through biology. Our biology now has discovered two aspects to us, and at first we may think that they're in conflict with one another, but in actual fact they're not. Firstly, our instinctive behaviour is very well developed. In fact, anthropologists now have gone back a couple of million years ago to find that our ancestors were very loving, nurturing people who cared about one another, and they looked after each other. They found safety in the nurturing communities. And in fact, we see today the bonobo monkeys, chimpanzees, they live in communities and they're incredibly nurturing. They look after their young, they love their young. All the chimps look after all the young, even if it's not their own child. And they make decisions that are best for the children. So they're the best for the babies. Are they children? Little chimps? No, I'm getting confused. They share 99% of our genetic makeup. So they are very close to us, actually. And the truth is that we are, if you reach down into your soul, you'll see that we, in fact, are very much for nurturing and love and community and special relationships. In fact, when things go wrong, if a family member dies or a child is sick or something where we lose a job or we've lost some money in business, we tend to seek out those that are going to give us nurturing and love. And and if we can't find it within our fold, we seek it outside of our fold and hope that there'll be someone there that's going to give us that love and care and attention. And so deep down, that is what we want. We want that connection. And when we go too far away from that, we start to struggle because that is our instinctive nature. And that is very developed. So it's been developed over millions of years and passed down genetically. Now we have another aspect to us which is new to science, and that is that we have been studying the nerve receptors. And the nerve receptors within us are actually seeking out new things. They're wanting to create, they're wanting to find new answers. So this is an uncreated part of the brain. It's not a planned part. It's a part where we seek out something new. Now, often it can seem very contradictory, where on the one side we're seeking out something new, and then the other side we're trying to keep within the fold of the community or the relationship. And so this can be very conflicting for everybody involved, because when people seek out that freedom outside of that fold of nurturing, it can be very hurtful to people that are more in that frame, and where people that are really out there seeking freedom and wanting to explore and have new things that they feel they need to be responsible for out in the world, they actually feel very imprisoned by needing to be involved in some sort of close-knit nurturing. And so they want to feel free to do whatever they want to do. So there is a lot of conflict that happens in our world over this, where these two different instincts and intellect are opposing one another. I'm just closing this door because I have someone upstairs who's very loud. So that's the basic idea behind the intellect and the instincts. Now, if you take this politically as well, the right wing tends to be more working from the intellect, and the left wing tends to work more from the instinct. So you see the left wing politics is more social, and take it too far and you've got communism. But you go to the right, and of course in the left you have more rules, you have more equality of finances, and you've got the taxes that support everybody and so on. But then on the right you have this going out for new things, exploring new things, creating more income, becoming wealthier, tend to have this idea that I don't take care of you and you don't take care of me. We look after ourselves. We're not responsible for one another. So you have this sort of different way of looking at things, whereas somebody that's from the instinctive part of their nature says, I take care of you, you take care of me. I won't do anything that hurts you, you won't do anything that hurts me, and I trust you for that and you trust me for that. And we all take care and look out for each other, and we look after our young, and we want that all nurtured. I'm willing to, put aside certain things that I really want just so that I know that everyone else is going to be happy. So it's selfless. And, on the right, for the freedom-loving and the fighting for your rights kind of idea, it's more selfish. And people say, well, it's not selfish. It's just, this is the reality. But you see, it is the reality. Of course, we have to go out there and we have to seek new things and so on. But when you've seen protests, for example, you've seen two opposing sides in social media. One side just so angry with people going out there protesting and thinking, well, you're putting everybody's lives at risk. You're going to create more of a problem for us. We're not going to be able to go back to work. Follow the damn rules. And then you've got these people out there protesting, face to face with selfies and saying, this is freedom, and all of the statistics have been wrong about the coronavirus, and we shouldn't have to wear masks. And then there's people saying, we don't want vaccines and we don't want 5G, and other people saying, well, we must have 5G because that's the technology we're going to have. Everything's going to run off that, and the world's going to be a much better place if we have that. Other people saying, well, we're going to get sick if we have that. So I'm dealing with this all bloody day on my news channel, I tell you, and I've got to read everything before it goes up there. And so it's like I'm scratching my head and I'm thinking it's all too much. I just can't take it anymore. Anyway, I feel like I've gone a bit crazy from it all, especially in the last few months. It's just been over the top. And people are blocking one another. It's gone crazy. But see, once you understand that you've got this left and right thing going on inside of you, you've got the analytic and the intellect, and you've got the instinctive, and it depends on which side you're really in your body, but we've all got both. And so now we can understand why people make the decisions they make, and we can see which side they're operating from. Now remember this, if you're operating from the instinct, you're not going to make a fortune. It's going to be very safe. But you're also going to actually be quite, how can I put it? You're not going to feel that much freedom. The conscious brain wants you to create. So the key is here, when you create, why not take both aspects in? Why not say, I want freedom, I want to create, but I want to create what's best for my community as well? And so that when I create a vaccine, or when I create 5G, or when I make a lot of money, I'm going to do it so that it's got the community in mind and it's safe. And so all the decisions are nurturing and safe. When I take on a new relationship, it's not going to be to use somebody to make myself feel better. It's going to be looking out for them and myself, and I'm going to be safe for them. So that's my 2 bits on the biology of everything. I hope this makes sense to you. Take care.